Hello everybody, welcome back to another video with Electrosoul. If you're new to my channel, I'm a psychic medium, a spiritual life coach, alongside a whole lot of other things, but besides that, today I'm really excited to make this video because this video is meant to help push those who are using the law of assumption, or if you are a conscious manifester, where you know that you are consciously manifesting your reality. I just wanted to come through as a little push, like I said, to remind you guys of the exact responsibility that you all have within your reality now that you have decided that you are going to be consciously manifesting what you got. Y'all understand what I'm trying to say here? It's like the choice that you're making to manifest what you want is a choice that you're making, right? Now, because you've made that choice, you need to own up to the fact that you've made the choice to manifest this shit, and you gotta stick it out. Like, you can't give up on what you want. You gotta stop wavering. You gotta stop contradicting yourself. You gotta stop with the ins and outs because it's not helping you, for one. But number two, you're hurting yourself much more than you think because, for one, you're making a decision that maybe puts a lot of pressures on your shoulders. Maybe it makes you feel like, oh my God, you know, now I have to really commit myself to this, okay? But you've made the decision. You feel me? Like, you know who you are, you know if you're capable enough to, and of course you definitely are. But some people don't feel all the way up to that, you know? Like, they make the decisions to manifest all this stuff, but they don't even fully believe in themselves yet. And that's okay, you know? It's all a learning curve, of course, like believing in yourself and amping up on your good self-concept, believing in your desire manifesting for you. This is all something that can take time in the 3D sense, of course, because everything is instant. Don't forget, as soon as you say something's done, believe me, like, it's definitely done. But as far as everything else goes, like I said, you made a decision to choose to manifest this thing into your reality. Now you must do what you need to do to maintain the fact that that thing is actually yours now, because you're not going to make a decision to consciously manifest something and then give yourself all this shit for it, hurting yourself, driving yourself crazy, consistently feeling like you can't, trying and giving. Like, there is no trying when it comes to law of assumption. It's just done. It's already done. Like, believe you me, bruh, no matter how many times y'all ask the same questions to yourselves, to me, to whoever in this world who knows about these subjects right here, I'm telling you guys, it's all the same answers. It's always the same. It's already done in your favor. You already got what you want. You gotta trust in yourself and believe in the fact that you do have what you want right now. And believe me, it will be yours because it is already yours. But again, it's all about a choice that you're making to maintain this right here. And if you're not maintaining it, it's like, what's the point? You get me? You don't want to drive yourself crazy for nothing. You're doing this for a reason. Like, you're believing in yourself and you're getting yourself to that confident point for a reason. It's because you want what you want, right? So then use that responsibility and let's get the fuck to it. Like, this is your reality. This is what you want. This is all belongs to you. It's all about you, always. 110% of the time, it always is about you, and that's it, okay? So with that being said, guys, like, I'm really just about to get started with the video because we kind of already started as usual. But besides that, guys, just wanted to come through really quick to point out the Law of Assumption binaural beat playlist that's playing in the back right now. Y'all can hear it. It's blessing your ears, of course, helping you manifest what you want, of course, helping you feel tranquil while you are manifesting what you want using sats, scripting, visualizing. I don't care what you do. The whole point is that this music's coming through to help you stay focused while you are on your Law of Assumption journey. So make sure you're staying focused and make sure you're adding this Law of Assumption binaural beat playlist to your library so that when your beautiful ears hear it, your beautiful subconscious is saturated within the fact that everything is already done in your favor, because it all absolutely is, and that's it. And so with that being said, the link to that will be down below in the description box. So go ahead and check that out if you'd like. Shit, I use it. You might as well do it too, okay? I'm not saying this shit for no reason, but all right, guys. Now let's get started with the video right now so that we can get to talking about what it is to maintain responsibility. Like, you have a responsibility. I'm telling you guys, this is serious, and this is super serious, and I'm gonna tell you guys exactly why it's super serious. The other day, not the other day, like 2 weeks ago, or maybe a little more, it was within the last month, I've had a huge, like, enormous realization when it came to the maturity that I'm holding. And this is like a personal realization that I feel like will definitely help you out in your own ways. Like, I'm expanding what I've learned and I'm bringing it to y'all because I feel like whenever I learn something useful, it's definitely going to be useful to y'all as well, okay? So I realized the whole maturity thing when it comes to the Law of Assumption is just understanding that you are dead ass making a decision to manifest what you want, right? Of course, you can always go with the flow. You never have to sit here and consciously manifest what you want. Like, that is never a necessity, a requirement, or anything like that. Although I will be honest, like, you're always manifesting regardless. But that's what I mean by going with the flow kind of manifestation. And that's kind of like what I'm on a little bit. Like, I always consciously manifest what I want, but I do it with ease. Like, I don't let myself feel crazy, or not even feel crazy, but more of just, I don't sit there And I don't do more than I feel like I have to because I don't want to feel crazy. Like I said, it's like a personal thing. I don't want to feel crazy. I like to go with the flow. I've always been that way when it came to manifestation, just very natural manifestation. But the whole point is that there's two different sides to this. Like you can either go with the flow where it's like, okay, whatever happens, happens. God, whatever, Jesus has the wheel. This universe is going to take care of it for me. You know, whatever. It doesn't matter what it is. But right there, you know, you're going with the flow. So it's a little different. Like your approach to these things that you are manifesting, it's not going to be the same as if you were to be consciously manifesting those things, because when you are consciously manifesting, you're actually taking more control when it comes to what it is that you're manifesting, right? You're actually affirming and persisting. You're consciously putting thought towards it. You're not settling for what you see in the 3D. You know, you're putting in that force when it comes to conscious manifesting. Although I don't mean forcing things in the way like you're forcing things into your reality. What I mean is like you're working with things yourself to manifest what you want, okay? Like you're applying that pressure within, you get me? And then with going with the flow kind of manifestation, it's again, like I said, just whatever happens, happens, but it's gonna be great. You know, it's always a good vibe. Like either way, whichever way you go about manifesting, I really don't care. As long as you're happy and as long as you feel good, that is the most important thing. Everyone's peace of mind is the most important thing. Believe me, like that is a treasure that belongs all the way on the top of this earth, like on a mountain, bro. Peace of mind is the most important thing above all, okay? So with that being said, you choosing to consciously manifest what you want, like I said, might require more of that force where you're like, okay, I'm gonna affirm and persist. I'm gonna commit myself to this. I'm not gonna react to the 3D if I see something whack, like, you know, the energy. But the whole thing with that is that even then, a lot of times people will start to commit themselves to this where it's like 3 days, oh yeah, I got it. And then after that, they just fall the fuck off the wagon, bro. It's like, come on, you can't do that. You can't fall off the wagon after 3 days of trying to manifest something that you already instantly got. But now you're saying it's too hard, and now you're saying I can't, and now you're saying all this other stuff when you chose previously to consciously manifest what you want because you knew that you could. You get me? I need you all to understand that when it comes to this right here, like this little dilemma, because believe me, I've been on that side as well. I'm not gonna sit here and say that conscious manifestation has always been like a cherry on the cake or super easy for me all the time, because it wasn't, not always. But I will tell you as well that anytime it wasn't easy and it was kind of difficult for me, it was literally because of myself. It was because I, again, was overthinking, contradicting, reacting to the 3D, telling myself the complete old story, like some shit that I didn't even want. I was like sticking true to that. And then I would complain and be like, oh my God, why isn't my desire here? Blah, blah, blah. Bitch, like, come on, you feel me? That right there, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I realized within like the last 2 weeks. I was like, oh my God, for the longest time, I didn't realize I was really doing that to myself. You know, I was hurting myself in the way that I was committing myself to something that really meant something to me. Like I really, really wanted this thing, but did I have the self-concept to maintain it? No, I didn't for a long time. Even though I thought I could handle consciously manifesting what I want with ease, my self-concept came through to show me, babe, like you gotta work on me. The self-concept talking to me. Like I gotta work on the self-concept because the self-concept is what makes me feel the most powerful. Okay, so you see right there, guys, like this is all a stepping stone thing. I'm telling you guys, like Capricorn shit, Saturn shit, it's been like 2 to 3 years. I don't even know how long I've been on this. It's almost 2024. So, well, by the time y'all see this video, I'm pretty sure it will be 2024. But that's the whole thing. It's like, I had to realize over time that, okay, if I don't feel that confident, like my self-concept is not popping to the point of letting this be easy for me, that is what being responsible here means. It means finding the things that you know isn't quite working with you and then making adjustments to that so that you can actually let this be easy for you. Okay, because, you know, I'm telling you guys, like, I'm gonna just say straight up some examples that I can tell you guys about what it was for me to have this huge dilemma, because y'all don't even know. Like, I haven't even explained to even the slightest, maybe the slightest, but no more than the slightest of how honestly difficult it used to be for me because of my mental state. So I'm gonna tell you guys, like, one of the biggest things was I would stay true to my story for a few days, and then out of nowhere I would just fall off the wagon, and I'd be like, oh my God, nothing ever works out. Why is it so hard for me to manifest this? How are people doing this? You know, shit like that. Like the things that I'm sure with a low self-concept, maybe you have even said that to yourself, in which you've worked out of it because now you know you had a responsibility to work out of it. But you see, okay, for the longest time I kept repeating the cycle. It wasn't even just that, there was more to that. I would also look for issues in the 3D. Like I remember looking for things to push me off of the pedestal that I was on so that I can go back to feeling comfortable and feeling insecure, feeling like I couldn't have what I want, all that stuff, like reverting back to my comfort zone. Okay, that right there, guys, that is a responsibility that you need to take care of, in which I did. You guys see, like, everything that I've posted on YouTube and everything that I've said to you guys, this has all been my own personal journey as well. Even though I've never stated that to y'all and been like, oh yeah, I'm manifesting too, and like we're doing this together kind of thing, that was always something that I was learning. You feel me? Like everything that I'm telling you guys, I'm learning as I'm going along, and as I'm learning, you guys are learning as well. And as you guys can see, now I have complete and total 110% responsibility over myself and my reality, and I'm taking care of that responsibility. So instead of me sitting here and complaining about the old story and whatever, I realized that it just can't happen anymore. I have a responsibility. I chose to manifest what I want, right? So that means being responsible enough to stick to the new story and to forget the old story, because the old story is dead and gone. I chose to be successful. Okay, then I had the responsibility to stop looking at things that made me feel unsuccessful and to only take care of and pay attention to the things that make me feel successful. That is it. You guys need to understand it literally goes like, this isn't even just for the law of assumption. This is for life, for everything. You say you want a bad bitch, right? You want to date a bad bitch. You got to handle what comes with dating a bad bitch. You get me? Like, you can't be insecure dating a bad bitch. You got to be on your shit when it comes to that. But you see, that is a responsibility that you need to maintain and handle. You say that you're manifesting money and you say that you got so much money. Okay, then literally, why are you still entertaining the fact that you quote unquote don't have money? You're only doing that because, for one, you're comfortable with that, but number two, because you're not taking your responsibility serious in regards to you keeping up with the news story of you having all the money that you want. You need to hold that shit down. If you really want what you want, you need to stand on it, stomp on that bitch, tag up with your step team, and go ham. That's it. Go crazy, because this is all about you. This life is entirely about you. Everything that you're doing is all about you. It all leads back to you. You have a responsibility now, and giving up is simply not an option. If you're going to choose to continuously give up on what you want, then honestly, you might as well just go with the flow manifestation, like do that shit, because if you're really not going to keep up with it to the extent that you feel like you can, you know, like some people just don't feel like they can do this. Like they don't feel like they have the power all the way up to maintain it all the way. Okay, so then make adjustments accordingly. I even had to learn my own ways, like some things within the law of assumption that other people do, I can't, like it just doesn't work for me. Not in the way that it doesn't literally work, but I mean like it doesn't suit me. It doesn't feel good for me, okay? For example, I don't like to affirm and persist 24/7 if I'm being real. Like I just don't really like it because I feel like it's not me. I don't generally affirm 24/7. I just know what I know and then that's it. It's like states, basically. So that's what I did. I started to adjust the way that I was manifesting here, where I was focusing more on states that was making me feel good. The thoughts that I knew were permanently implemented, like all that stuff. And I started to kind of like turn away from anything else that made me feel like, okay, like I literally can't keep up with this right now and feel like I'm gonna go crazy. That right there was me taking responsibility over adjusting what does and what does not work best for me. It is the same thing for everybody else, okay? It's not just me. This goes for all of you guys as well, because I know so many people are struggling with the law of assumption, and no the fuck you're not, because we said so and that's it. But you know, besides that, on some real stuff, guys, like I don't want to see y'all struggle. Like I want to see you guys be as successful as you want to be, as you're meant to be, but it's all about you. Like your decisions within your life, you need to make adjustments that will help you feel truly and genuinely responsible over what it is that you're doing in the way that you're manifesting what you want. Okay, then good. Make sure you're responsibly keeping up with that thing in a way that you know suits and fits you the best, okay? That is the most important thing in this world. I'm not kidding. Seriously, guys. Just because 1,000,001 other people have done this, that, left, right, whatever, it does not mean you have to follow the same formula. Everybody is different. That's why I talk about that so much. Not everybody likes to affirm and persist 24/7. Not everyone likes to script. Not everyone can visualize. Like there are so many different ways that we can manifest what we want. And I'm telling you, like my way of manifesting what I want has been a fucking walk in the park. Like I'm just a real sigh of relief, for real, because it really can be like that, guys. Like I completely understand why it can be so stressful, but that's why we got to make adjustments accordingly, being responsible over what we're doing for ourselves so that we feel good, we're manifesting what we want with ease, and so that we feel 110% control over the reality that does genuinely belong to us. Believe me, guys, we do all have the power, but we got to stick it out for real. And I know, like, of course we all will, we all are, period, because we said so and that's it. But remember what I'm saying here. This is very, very, very important, I feel, definitely. But believe me, guys, you all can do this. I believe in you all just as much as I always have. You just need to believe in yourself as much as I do and make adjustments accordingly so that you feel good in a reality that belongs to you. You all can do this, okay? Believe me, guys, you genuinely can. And honestly, like I'm honestly really thinking about it. I might talk about all the struggles that I've had within the law of assumption within another video. Low-key, I might just film that right now. I think I might film that right now because I want you guys to understand that you're not alone. If anything, I feel like I was one of the most wounded people when it came to the law of assumption secretly. I mean, secretly in the way that is very private. I'm a Capricorn, like I said before, but I'm so serious, guys. There is so much shit that I've learned here and so much shit that I know that I could come through with help for you guys. But believe me when I say that you're not alone. You guys can do this. I believe in you all so fucking much. I love y'all so much. Thank you guys so much for watching my video today, as that's basically it for today. I intend truly that this video helped you out to the most of its ability, and what I know that it did, because guys, listen to me right now. Like I said, this entire video, your responsibility is your own. you need to be serious about what it is that you're doing. Like, enough is enough. If what you're doing right now when it comes to manifesting what you want doesn't suit you, doesn't fit you, doesn't fulfill you, I think that's the most important thing. Like, if it doesn't make you feel really, really confident in yourself and you still find yourself feeling super drained, super sad and all this other stuff, like, remember, for one, working on your self-concept is going to be very important. But you see right there, pinpointing all of these things right now so that you can solve them, that is a requirement. You need to solve these issues. Except they're already solved, and of course, they're not issues. These are not actual problems that cannot be resolved. Like, this is all resolved right now. Everything is already done. It's still okay. Like, we're all good. I just want you to be okay. You get me? Like, I don't want you to feel like manifestation is a pain in the ass and it's so hard and I've been trying for years. Like, that hurts me more than anything, is hearing that. When people talk about how hard they've been trying, okay, then let's make adjustments accordingly so that we can let this be easier for you. Because honestly, I feel like if I was still doing the things that I was doing years ago that made me feel so fucking drained, like, I probably would resent the law of assumption, which would be silly because everything is the law. Like, we are all using the law of assumption regardless, so it doesn't really matter if you're applying it or not. Like, regardless, it's still being used. But I probably would resent it and I would feel like, wow, that shit's fake and I never manifested anything. But like, come on, we have too much power to be talking like that. And I always knew that I had the power to do this, but you see, I adjusted accordingly so that I can do that. I had my responsibility and I used it for good, and that's why I am where I am right now. That's it. Believe me, y'all can do this, okay? This mindset, like, y'all gonna be in your bags too, shit. But believe me when I say, this is pretty much like the answer to your shit, okay? This is it. Just take responsibility and figure it out. Y'all can do this. Y'all can do this. Y'all can do this, okay? So with that being said, my love, I will see y'all this Thursday for another video. Thank y'all so much for watching today. I really, truly, genuinely appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I intend nothing but the best for you all. May God bless you all always, and please take care, everybody. And let's let the law of assumption be super easy for us, guys. Like, oh, listen, it's almost 2024 or 2024. I don't remember what the date is when I will post this, but actually, let me check right now because I'm kind of curious. Let's see if it will be the new year. Yes. Oh my God, it's gonna be the 1st of January. Okay, you see, guys, like, it's been too long. If the law of assumption was fake, like, I would have been dropped that bitch. Of course, I would have, but everyone else would have too. Everyone else would have dropped that shit like it was a hot potato because we all would have been like, the shit fake. But obviously, like, Neville Goddard, Edward R, like, they all came through to show us that this stuff is real, but it's all about us to maintain that, to apply that, and to use it to the most of our ability, okay? But believe me, guys, like, regardless of what it is that you're manifesting, we all have the power to. Nothing is too big for you. Nothing is too crazy for you. It's just your responsibility to shift your mindset and to do what you have to do to shift your mindset, to believe in the fact that you can have what you want. If you want to be as limitless as you want to be, you have to do something about that so that you can let yourself feel like, okay, yeah, I can manifest anything that I want. That is exactly how I got here. I'm telling you guys, I didn't used to believe that I could do everything that I wanted to do. I always had so many doubts, but I knew. I was like, if so many people believe in themselves in this way, like, I have to fucking do it too. And I did. I did it because I made responsible decisions to help myself get there. That's it. That's all that I did. And it'll be the same exact thing for you because we're all in the same shit. Like, believe me, you're not alone. I've been here a million times over for a reason, but we got this. We all do, okay? God bless you guys. Have an amazing new year. 2024 is our bitch. And it's also the year that you get your shit because you already have it. It's already done. It's already bagged. That's it. You already won. Now use that responsibility this year, okay? This is like the perfect video to upload on the 1st. I'm so happy I got this in. Woo. Anyway, guys, love y'all so fucking much. I really do. Bye. This is not Fantasyland BS. This is not your fairy tale of false hope where you're told that you can have what you want, but actually there's a whole bunch of strings attached. No, there's not. Everything that exists within you, you already have. Everything that you said that you have, you already do. Everything that you're part of, it's already done and manifested, okay? But remember, it is your responsibility to keep up with that, okay? Like, no one here is gonna convince you as much as you can convince you that you can do this shit. Like, shit, I intend that this video convinces you, but you see, even with this, it's like you have to apply it still. Because I learned what it was to maintain that responsibility myself. Like I said, I had this realization only a few weeks ago. And upon me having that realization, I remember thinking that I made it so hard for myself in the past to manifest what I want because I wasn't being responsible enough. Like, I kept doing things and saying things and just like immature shit that's like, come on, girl, you say you want what you want. Okay, then be about it, you know? And it's the same thing for y'all. Like, we all have the power, but we gotta silence that fucking ego and stop letting it get to us so hard. Because it's not about listening to that. It's about doing what we want to do and manifesting what we will because we know that we can and that's it. But of course, you only know that you can and that's it if you let yourself know that you can and that's it, because again, like, I didn't get here for no reason. It's because I took the proper and responsible steps to get here. I did what was best for me and that was all that I had to do. So do what's best for you, my love. You can do this. Like, a million times over, you can do this. Just believe in yourself enough to do it and do what's best for you, okay? This is not a joke. Do what's best for you. This is your life. This is your entire life. And in 2024, you need to take responsibility over yourself. Have responsibility over your life, over what you're doing, over what you're feeding yourself, over everything. Your maturity needs to be on 110. I'm not playing with y'all for real. This year is different. Let's be about it, okay? Okay then. All right, we got it. You already knew that though. And of course, you absolutely did, my love. May God bless you all always. Thank you guys so much again for tuning in. Have an amazing new year. Love y'all so freaking much. Use that Capricorn energy for responsibility, okay? Sending it to you, manifesting, you got it. Okay, you do. Yeah, you do. All right, you got this, for real. You committed yourself to it, now stick it out. All right, I know that you will. I know that you will, because you already have, and it's already done and manifested, and that's it. Love y'all so much. Bye.